Guys, this game was so close. Hector almost did it on his Wraith King. We said Wraith King is a poop hero right now, but he was not, actually. There was a very big chance they were winning at some points in this game. Obviously, ultimately, Vici Gaming ended up taking the first game of the series, but it is very promising for this series. Indeed, we were watching the decider match for Group B, and it is between Vici Gaming and Beastcoast. Of course, you're watching DreamLeague Season 13. I'm here with Odie Pixel, Fogged, and Grant. And gentlemen, that game was fun and even.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
quite even.
finally.
I actually think Beastcoast might have even taken that game if Hector didn't have that death bottom.
Yeah.
That death
felt
really
bad.
spiraled everything out of control for them, because I was incredibly impressed how they kept their composure when they were so far down. Then they take that one jungle fight, and you're like, oh my god, the Wraith King
4
just got
kills.
he just got like a rampage. Like, what, the whole game is completely changed, whole wide open for them.
They got the racks bottom. Also, their disengagement bottom.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing, we could talk, after this one, obviously talk about Vici played it well, but the Pango giving away the roll so many times.
So many times,
If you didn't know, you roll and then you just shield crash immediately, and I mean, it's
But
tough.
you still, because when you roll as a Pango, you have that cast point, right? The one where you spin up in the air and you start rolling. Can you already steal during that thing?
No.
Because, no, you can't.
You have to wait till right
for
after
the
you cast.
So if you're doing
Okay.
it instant, it's like, unless the Rubik's frame perfect, he can't get
no,
it
you
right.
should-
It's like
shouldn't be able
sometimes,
to
sometimes
steal.
you're not really thinking about it, because like you start your Rolling Thunder and you're looking like where I want to go in the fight. And, oh my god, I don't want to hop over the initial people that I'm over or something. So maybe you hesitate. But versus a Rubik,
You have to.
giving Rolling Thunder is a absolutely like game-breaking ultimate. That
As
one
we
is
saw.
so insane, because it's so easy to move around, because with Rubik it's instant. So you're just like, wee, like, and you just have so many opportunities. with it, so.
PYW had a really fun time on that.
I agree. I would have MVP easily. Will he get it? No, we'll see what the fans say, but I definitely agree. And then Vici, they just, as you said, they had a good early game, a little rough mid game, but you kept your composure, right? That's why you are a tier 1 team. You keep your composure. You win like a double fight in their base when they're buying back, and then you just win the game.
Yep.
Composure. It's big.
Yeah. It really was. All right, so you guys want to talk about, rather than how good Beastcoast was in moments of that game, how good Vici Gaming was, because they, at the start, weren't that good. Like, we all thought Vici Gaming was going to take the game, and sure, it ended up happening, but probably not in the way that we thought it was going to happen. So what were their struggles at the start of the game, and how did they overcome their struggles?
I will say. I'll go with middle first, because
Okay.
that was all.
Yeah.
That was what we wanted from middle too. I love the Razor versus Pango at level 2, and they literally killed each other at level 2, and such a weird matchup too, which was awesome. I think that was the biggest struggle, because honestly, the Pango had a pretty good time middle, and that's like when they got that 1,000 gold lead. The bottom lane, they tri-lane with Hector, and he kind of struggled, which was a problem, but then Lelis was the most farmed at 10 minutes in. So you won your 2 solo lanes, honestly, but Hector struggled, and I think that's why they won the early game, because Hector can always go to the jungle, and he will get farm. And I thought that's what they did good. They sacrificed the one hero that can come back into the game, which is always smart.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously, the fact that they were able to get that fight where it did start to kick back off for them was, sort of same. If they didn't have that fight up top where Hector does get the ultra kill, nearly a rampage, obviously, shout out to Lelis for stealing that rampage.
Hitting him with the sorry.
Because that's the dream situation. That was literally when he has the Radiance, he turns up to a fight, and he does that. And up until that point, the early game didn't look that bad for Vici Gaming. It looked like, Hector it took him quite a bit of time to get the Radiance. The lifesteal was farming that little bit quicker, even though sort of Eurus's impact didn't feel that great in the mid game. As we saw, obviously going for completing the Mjolnir, he was still a bit of a liability himself. He did require a lot of backup. But the way they played that fight up top was, that's sort of the way you want to see Beastcoast do it, and the way we know that they can do it, because we saw them have such success when they do have these fights where they just perform brilliantly around Hector, just keeping the carry alive. And especially when he's on something like his Wraith King with the Radiance, where he's just able to start slowly bringing them down. They've expended all their abilities. He's up with that second life, and you can't kill him that second time. And I think, sure, K1 made that mistake down bottom where it did start to go back and sort of, all right, Vici Gaming's going to start wrapping this one up. But I think, for the most part, they wouldn't have been at that point. It was kind of his game to throw, I feel. He had a solid performance on the Wraith King, as you'd expect from him. And one mistake, it hurts, right? And
And I think the mistake got compounded because they didn't even have the bottom outpost, but
They
he
did.
was at like the tier 1.
Yeah,
where
I
the
mean,
tier
it
1
was
radiant
it was
tower.
a deep mistake.
Why didn't he just get the outpost then push another? Because he would have been saved easily. It didn't matter if they keep to that. Yeah,
they used everything, right? They
did.
used the GA, before the rest of them were even in the fight, and Kyle mentioned, and then they both Will-O-Wisps as well, and they didn't win the fight. So.
Live or die by Hector, right? They lived for it for 20 minutes, and then they died by it. It's true. He is that impactful of a player.
You know, it's also impactful. Our sponsors are impactful. That's right. Mercedes-Benz, Monster Energy, Corsair, and Ray Gaming, all impactful in allowing us to be here and sponsoring our event. And who also was impactful was the MVP.
Who is it?
Or was he?
Who is it?
Yes.
Okay.
K1.
Oh, what? It's so close.
Just because of that one thing happened, Bob.
No, I honestly think they voted for him when he was about to get to Rampage. So I think it was a
okay.
positive vote.
These are positive votes.
I think we split it. We'll split it.
Because I think everybody was spamming K1 during that almost Rampage.
Yeah,
and then when Leelies took the Rampage, they started spamming Leelies.
Yeah, they actually probably did. 100%.
That's actually true.
But PYW, I mean, I'm sorry, Hector, even though Twitch chat voted for you, PYW is definitely the MVP.
For sure.
And
phenomenal Ruben.
And I think Yang should definitely be way higher up as well, because Yang, I think, really kind of held the team together a lot of the times.
He carried the Lifestealer through the first 30 minutes.
Like literally.
Yes, actually.
I thought Yang played that phenomenally.
And I love the item build. The second item Heart, and then third item Shiva's a little bit different, but it's exactly what he needed.
It is exactly what he needed. And they also needed a small breather, a small break before the second game. And we do too. We'll be right back with the draft for game 2. The major group stages continue here on the stream. One of 4 streams. That's right, with group stages going on. And now all 4 streams are in or about to head in to their decider matches. And for us, that means we're heading into the second game of Vici Gaming and Beastcoast. For Stream 2, that means they're heading into the decider match between Fnatic and Aster. For Stream 3, that means they're about to head into the decider matches of Alliance and Reality Rift. And for Stream 4, they are already as behind ODPixel in draft of game number 2 of EG versus Team Liquid, which is indeed also a decider match. Lots of Dota going on, and we are heading into game number 2 of Vici Gaming versus Beastcoast, and that first game has made me excited for the next game, and I'm really hoping that Beastcoast can force out the third game because I think the series deserves it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that game we said it looked like they really turned it around. I mean,
Yes.
Kyle even said it. Kyle was like, "Did they just win?"
Yes.
When he said that, was actually pretty
Minute
funny.
25. Did Beastcoast just win? I quoted him. I wrote it down.
And of course, Carl was wrong.
Yeah,
Again, they
Carl
did
was
not
wrong.
just win; they lost.
No.
He's actually been on point with his predictions this tournament so
Yeah,
far.
he's
though.
really good.
What's
I-
wrong with him?
I
Is he
definitely
all
want
right?
to. I want to see this. I want to see Game 3 for the middle lane. I'm loving just the first 5 minutes. Even just Ori Kriz look like watching who wants the last hit, who wants to deny, who just wants to harass, and who wants to dive a freaking tower at level 2. It's just fun.
It is a lot of fun, and we are in a draft. We can see it behind Funk. That's ours, right there with the Disruptor and the IO ban. We are ahead of you guys.
Right over.
Yeah,
That's a little IO.
that's a little eyeball.
There.
Well, while we're not there, I've got a thing. If I catch this in my mouth.
Yep.
Chaos, or pardon me, Beastcoast will win. If I don't, Vici will win.
We have a question. Do you have to actually grab it with your mouth, or if you hit it on your mouth and it
It
falls
has to
off?
stay in the mouth.
Oh, it has to stay in the
Of
mouth.
course,
Yeah.
of course.
And
that
I
is.
will
Can I
go
throw
high
it
in the air.
Can I
it.
throw it from a distance?
If you catch something and drop it, that's not
All right,
catching it.
here, wait.
He's got to catch it in his mouth. Oh, he's not. Oh, he actually did. Actually did catch it. That was actually rather impressive.
Thank you. I
Where
thought
did
it
that
was hurt.
that
I
was
thought it
hard.
hurt
come
too.
from?
That was hard.
That was cap.
One of them
I
just
hate
came
it.
out of the camera and shot at you.
Did that go off the camera shot? I think you threw that pretty high.
I might
That's
have.
impressive.
I used my record in high school was I caught 72 Skittles in a row without dropping one.
72.
At the same time.
No, just like one catch, one because the throw could just be back there and I just lose it.
At the same time.
That doesn't work that way.
I can't handle you guys right now.
All right, for the next game, of course, also remember there's an MVP vote that you can go for, and it's all the hashtags. And I want to see like the proper MVP win this time around.
It was close.
We
We
had a
were
couple.
close last
We
time.
were
Real
very close actually.
Yep.
We were very close.
And every secret game's been correct. Zai's always the MVP, so
Right.
always. And
I'm still, even in this series, there's been hashtag Zai.
He's lost.
Stop typing
Good for
hashtag
him.
Zai. It doesn't do
Whoa,
anything.
There's the draft,
There's the
baby.
draft.
And same bands from Beastcoast again.
Tiny gone. Was Tiny on last
Tiny
time?
gone.
No,
No, Tiny was first phase picked by Beastcoast
Yeah,
in the
they
previous
put it, right?
game.
Yeah,
they had
Schofield.
it.
Yeah.
Sco Daddy.
Yeah.
And Beastcoast has now banned the same three things 2 games in a row or
Yeah.
3 games in a row because they banned the same versus the last series as well.
Versus Secret,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think, as I said, I like it. Maybe I think the tree maybe can be switched around, but I think Disruptor and Slark definitely top tier bands against
Secret and VC.
Vicis,
Yeah.
the Secrets. I mean, any of these, even against some of the teams that aren't in this
Yep.
group.
Yeah.
Slark is quite the hero. We've all agreed. Vici, now they have to decide who are we leaving in. Doom's still obviously in. They're going to ban out the Omni Lelis, as we said. He had a great early game. He had a pretty good game overall, and they do take Doom.
There he is, the Doombringer.
I like it. I've
No
seen
surprise.
I've seen Hector play it before. I don't think he will. I think Lelis plays it the most on their team.
So, what do you do? Rubik Lich again?
I don't hate it.
Yeah, just go
I don't know
Rubik
about the
Lich.
I don't know
Or
about
maybe-
the
maybe
Rubik is so good. No,
Oh, you're gonna have to take. Do you take Grim?
I think
against
take
the
it.
Doom?
Abba's in, right? I think Abba, Rubik, Lich, they're the 3 heroes.
But then
look
you're
at.
giving away Doom Grim, and we know
Yeah.
Beastcoast likes playing
Lich-
Grim.
Oh, they do
so-
like it, do they?
Lich
Okay.
Grimstroke
Yeah.
bring
They
it back. Like,
That was big for a bit.
I think you definitely take Lich.
Lich?
Yeah. And it's Lich, Rubik, Lich, or maybe.
Do
Are
they
you
want
that worried about the Grim?
The question is they know? I think they know Beastcoast
they
will
do
pick
it.
it, and that might
okay.
influence them just to do it, even if it's
Yeah.
not like.
Yeah.
Do we want to play it? But we don't want to play against it. Like,
You never do. None of your cores, like especially the cores, like please God ban it. We don't need 2 of us being disabled.
Well, you know how this goes, though. ROTK is just sitting there, is like, shut up, you're doing what I say you are.
He's not
but-
playing. He's like,
well,
Yes.
But at the same time, can you not just pick Rubik and then you're like, well, they can pick Grim and then we can just have a better Grim. You know what I mean? Like, sure, you're giving it away then, but you also get to play with it yourself.
I mean, it depends on if it's like do you want to play against it? Because I think as far as we know, Beastcoast is going to pick it from what we saw what they were doing yesterday,
Yeah,
right?
they picked
So
they picked
it's-
Grimstroke every time there was a Doom on the other side.
It's just up to you, like how you want to play against
neither.
it. So
Winter
okay.
Wyvern.
Oh.
So then they're just going to be going for a different option completely. They're
Yeah.
just going to be giving that one up.
And
If
that
Beastcoast even wants it.
we'll see. Because usually, if you want it, you would have just instantly snapped it here if they didn't take it.
Or maybe they feel like it's bait, you know?
Well, I might think they can get it later on in the draft. Get something else here. As we've seen pretty much in all the games, they've been picking Hector's hero. Actually, no, that's not true. Last game, they picked the Tiny, and that didn't
That
end
was
up
the
being
first
Hector's
game,
hero.
though. Yeah.
But most of the games, they've been picking Hector's hero early.
Do they do it?
They go back right.
Oh, maybe they are trying to save it for later. I mean, now it's
Now
probably
it's
getting
really
banned.
good.
It has to get banned. Yeah.
Now you get rid of it.
Double lasso,
They take
double
out PL.
doom.
There's no way that Vici don't ban Grim. You cannot let it go through with these heroes.
I feel like you're kind of, well, I guess you don't know where the Doom is, because like you said, we have seen, K1
that
has
doesn't
played it,
matter,
but...
We've seen it
That
on
doesn't
4, but I
matter.
doubt it.
Wait, what? No, I'm saying that, I'm not saying because of the Grim. I'm saying
Okay.
the Bat Rider, now you know where Bat Rider is probably, right? It's more than
It's
likely
definitely
Lelis.
Lelis. It's absolutely
And then the
Lelis.
Doom is either 4 position or 1.
Yeah. Well, are we going to get to see the rare carry, dude?
We've seen Chris Luck play Bat Rider. It was at TI
That's
even. He
actually
played it
true,
once.
he did.
Dude, they actually, weirdly enough, they play a lot of different. Like everyone calls Chris Luck kind of a hero spammer, which he does have his certain pool, but he will play other things like a Bat Rider.
There's Bloodseeker ban, a staple for Hector.
I like that. They banned it first out of the second phase last time too, right? Yeah.
Let's just get it out, just in case.
I'm really surprised we just aren't seeing it first picked as much. It's fine though.
Well, the blood.
Slark replaced him, yeah. I thought Blood was gonna be just I know pub games aren't the end all be all, but when you're seeing like the Ori's first picking in pub games and stuff, like I just expected more.
Yeah, I honestly did
I watched
too.
a lot of European pubs before this started when all the players were here, and Bloodseeker was the highest picked hero. It actually was blowing my mind we're not seeing it.
The carry pool is, that's pretty much all I would say. In pubs, I would see it was Bloodseeker and PL, like every single game.
Yeah, and then
like,
Slark if those ones are out.
if
Those
he's
three
Slark,
were
yeah.
the big three for
yeah.
sure.
And then offlaners were pretty much, it was like Doom, Bat Rider, and Omni Knight. So I guess like people are, I mean, we're seeing a lot of that.
Well,
consistency,
which
but
other
not-
carries are left? Because we got the PL Bloodseeker,
do.
Lifestealer, Slark all banned.
I'm hyped.
Tiny band. just in case you wanna
Hector's
count that.
bringing it game 2 again. Now,
Oh, yeah,
I like to see
what
it.
are you picking that's going to lane against the Bat, right?
Oh.
Who doesn't mind laning against the
Vici.
Bat?
obviously, that's why they banned Lifestealer and PL.
Yeah,
so
so-
who else do you got?
What if they do? I'm gonna put it out there just because it's Vici. I know
He's
paparazzi
doing
loves it. Jug. It's a crap
Nah,
hero, but
so
it's with Lich, and it's
terrible.
paparazzi. I've actually seen him
So
play it.
Actually, with
terrible.
the shield on lane, it's pretty nice.
It's in the
I mean, it's
lane
pretty
it's nice, but then the rest of the game it's terrible.
Sorry,
Yeah, it is.
Sniper.
If they pick Jug, they're absolutely losing this game. I do not.
Eh.
I don't believe that. Do you believe that hero at all?
I don't think it's
That's why I said I'm
terrible.
putting out like this weird kind of.
You don't think it's
I
terrible?
don't think it, I think
it's
it's
terrible.
below
Also-
average.
Also,
By
they
the
left
way,
Grimshock.
they left Grimshock, yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
puck ban.
If Beastcoast does want it, which I mean,
I'm
it
sure
looked
they
like
want-
they were setting up for
Doom
it.
Bat. It's an amazing Grim game.
and it's
I'd be so
insane
surprised.
wave
Why would
player.
they not take Grim? And why would Vici not ban it? Very strange.
I'll rub my chin to look like I'm thinking.
I mean, yeah. So now who are they going to prioritize Vici? I mean, the carry pool is getting hit. If they do
Very
want to grab
hard, yeah.
Eurus' hero earlier.
Morphling's still in the pool.
He is.
Yeah.
Versus Doom, Bat Rider, or just Doom, I guess. But
The lane is a little weird versus Bat because your turn rate is pretty awful.
and he can chase you down if
Yeah.
he goes like the Windlace boots first, which Lelis went boots of travel, Windlace were the only 2 items he had, so he probably would.
Did Eurus used to be a safe lane Weaver player?
He did.
He
Yeah,
did, didn't he?
paparazzi for sure.
Yeah,
Because Weaver Lich is a pretty nice lane. Sure, there's
that's
a Doom in the
actually
game,
very
but
true. Yeah.
so Abba for Yang, right? Must be.
Yep.
I mean, sure, we'll
We
see it from
assume,
Beastcoast.
yeah.
I don't think Eurus is a man to play the safe lane about him quite
I
like
don't think
K1
so,
Hector
either.
is. So, yeah,
But-
Yang about it.
Don't put it past him. He is playing versus a Bat Rider.
Ooh.
Shaker.
So they're not gonna do the Grim. I mean, it's really weird how we saw it.
They
so
still
like,
can though because
fight
they
it. I
guess
play
maybe they
Grim as
still can,
5.
yeah.
Like
It's just
it is
weird.
Stinger playing the Grim.
And as you said, I mean, Chris Luck could play a few of these heroes mid, right?
Yeah.
Has he played Shaker mid in the past? I feel like he probably
He
played
has.
Shaker
He
mid.
played it versus
Yeah.
Meepo at one of the big tournaments one
Yeah,
time.
he could do Shaker mid, he could do the Bat mid. That's the great thing about Beastcoast. They really do. They can come at you with these curveballs.
I like the Earthshaker pick and the fact that when they picked Lichwin or Wyvern, it was St. Vici saying, we're going to be better at team fights. And now that you add a Doom and you put an Earthshaker after that, all of a sudden the team fights aren't just one-sided because you have some big spells now. And I like that because Abba doesn't, I mean, he shields someone, but he's not like a team fight.
I think you have to be a little careful, Beastcoast, about the Huskar now. You have 3 heroes that are very good at keeping the Huskar very safe. You know, Huskar loves playing with those heroes.
So I'm gonna do the Ember instead. For now.
Well, because that could go in either lane, right?
Either lane. Yep.
Dude, we've been seeing it way more in the safe lane nowadays, which is, something else. People before, I remember, like, I don't want to play safe lane. I don't get any levels. Now it's like, please, safe lane. I need a babysitter.
Give me Lich.
East Coast. They're heroes. Just Doom, Bat, Earthshaker. Looks so unaesthetically pleasing.
It doesn't look
I'm like,
nice for some
yeah,
reason.
I don't know why.
I don't know what it's about. I was literally feeling the exact same way. I was just like,
I'm trying to pick the heroes, and I really don't know where most of these are going. I want to assume it's a Schofield Earthshaker, which kind of sets up for the middle Bat Rider.
Yeah,
I
think you're right. I think.
So,
Is it K1 Hector Doom? It really could be. Who knows? I think this pick should give it away. Please.
if it is a mid-Bat Rider, because we're obviously still looking for Ori's hero for Vici, or most likely anyway. OD is still in the pool. Like there's a lot of heroes that are very scary against the Bat, like to play against a Bat Rider. Like OD, Razor, both still in the pool.
But Bat Rider is great for Sodine in lane.
Is he?
Bat's gonna have a pretty good time
he
in long
crushes him.
matchups.
Oh.
Your turn rate, you're one of the worst turn rates in the game, actually. It's really annoying to play with like a sticky. It's just getting those last hits of this.
Oh, the
Shadow
Christopher
Fiend.
Luck.
We don't need to worry about it because it's not about it anyway.
Never mind.
I believe this is a 5 Doom then.
Yeah.
I think it's 4 Earthshaker, 5 Doom because I've seen Stinger play the Doom and Schofield plays Earthshaker a lot.
So we're missing a Hector hero for Beastcoast
I believe
and
so.
most likely an Ori hero for Vici.
Yeah. Okay, Shadow Fiend. This hero has been seeing a ton of play, not at this tournament apparently, but in pubs as well. We've seen the magic damage build. We've seen his right-click build is finally good again, which is great. And you see his popular items, which is funny, right? Ewell's for the caster, you got a Daedalus and a BKB, so pretty split on what you want to go.
They have a way to get on top of him, though, which is always my always fear for Shadow Fiend whenever he's playing. Like, sure, he can get a BKB timings and all that, but whenever there's ways to get on top of him, and also in the past, a lot of times when I've seen Embers versus the Shadow Fiends, they poke. He pops his BKB, they back up, re-engage right afterwards, and then it's like, oh my god, that's the big problem that I have seen with the Shadow Fiend versus Ember.
They don't have any save, right?
In mid-game.
It is
A
definitely
Fisher block. That's what else are you going to do to keep the SF alive?
It is a give or take for the SF, because if Winter Wyvern does ult you before your BKB, you just pop BKB right afterwards or something, or if you are BKB, you get ultied. They have an Ember ABBA. They're not going to do that much damage to you while you're BKB'd, which is nice. But as you said, if they just back out and then perfectly re-engage, it's in your favor.
That's what I used to. This was a while ago, and I used to see the Ember versus SFs a lot, at least when it was starting a pick when it was a bad hero, actually, for the most part. But he has gotten buffed a lot, so.
How would Wraith King fit in if did they still have a slot for that? Because knowing Beastcoast, that's always in the back of their minds.
Honestly, I don't think it's that terrible. You get the Silver Edge against the ABBA. You're not terrible against the Ember. Obviously, Lich just throws a shield, and most of your damage is just reduced for the first 20 minutes of the game, which is annoying. But if Lich is your only concern, then maybe it's not as bad.
I still like your idea though, Grant. I want to see them do the carry Doom and just pick up the second support as the final pick, someone that offers some sort of a save. I wouldn't mind either the Venge here or even the Silencer, someone with some sort of counterplay. I think Venge could offer a lot. If they do want to do it, it's a big if they are going on the carry Doom, and it could be because picking it first, going with this lineup, trying to sort of fool Vici into the sense that Vici's probably not going to expect to carry Doom.
And if you are,
maybe they don't need to, maybe it's not very good, but as you say, they do play it, and they could get a support last that is going to have that save and backup. And Venge as a 5th pick, you're always happy with that. That's a great hero.
Well, I could use all their time.
Yeah, why not? Strategy talks.
I do think if you do play the 5 Doom, which I'm leaning towards now, you need to get that Frost armor. You need the Ogre. That's your entire job for the first 10 minutes of the game is, as we saw earlier, is throw Frost armor on
Ooh,
people.
it's a save.
It's the save. So
Okay. It is
so
the
they're
carry
doing the
Doom?
carry
That was a
Doom.
snap Arc Warden pick.
They really needed the save.
They did. Well, I
Oracle.
called that it's a carry Doom, but I'm not sure if the Arc Warden is going to... well, we can look back here. What was it?
Arc Warden
K1
by
Doom, yep.
Ori. So.
And it is the K1 Doom?
Oracle can dispel a lot in this game, too. With Lich Shield, Ember Shield.
That's true as well. It's nice in the
It's
lane.
a pretty nice Oracle game for the lane.
And it's one of Stinger's. I think it was, at least during TI when I did the research on it, was the 2nd most played hero in pro games all time. So
I think it's good from Beastcoast. I like the curveball that they did do, the carry Doom. I think Oracle's going to be able to make a lot of plays. You have these heroes that are going to be able to get in and on top, and people that are going to be able to get in the bubble. You get the Ags on the Shaker, you got the Bat with the Firefly. You're going to be able to mess with this Arc Warden in the mid game. I know it's a very confident pick from Vici Gaming with that last pick, but I think you can trust in sort of that Beastcoast magic to have a really good shot of the match this game, especially getting heroes like the SF. This is a hero that Chris Luck is incredibly strong in. The SFs, his TAs, these are heroes that he can carry on, in a way that the Doom might not be able to do so. Doom's going to do it in a different sense. You have
We
that more
gotta be
traditional
quick
hero.
here.
First blood.
It's going to go game 3. Beastcoast looked pretty hot game 1. They've gone for something really good, their style here.
I'll go with it. Bat Rider, good versus Arc, I think. Shadow Fiend.
I mean, I'm still
Beastcoast
just gonna go Vici. I think Ember is gonna be able to take over the game, but I do think there's definitely a chance for Beastcoast.
It will be a
It
close
looks
one
nice.
again, I think.
Don't forget to vote for your MVP during the game. Should be a good one, so stick around for Cap and Kyle.
Ich kann's kaum glauben, nur du und ich und die Lichter der Stadt. Wer wird uns denn vermissen? Was kümmert uns das schon? Berlin, Paris und London und vielleicht danach nach Rom. Lichter der Stadt in deinen Augen, hell so hell in der Sommernacht, Nacht. Lichter der Stadt, ich kann's kaum glauben.
Some of our panelists have faith in the safe lane Doom. Do you have faith in the safe lane Doom, Kyle?
Yes, but also no.
Complex.
Yeah, it's not ideal, I would say, specifically just
Okay.
because it's Beastcoast.
What's good about it? What are the parts that make you say, yes, I want to believe, Kyle?
I like-
Fox Mulder.
I like Doom as just a hero concept. I also love he's already got the Radiance queued up. It's the same item build.
Uh-huh.
The upgraded boots, the Glove of Haste, the Radiance. I think Doom, when it gets online, is just excellent in this game because you can immediately zerg towards the backlines. But I will say, I love what Vici's done to address Beast Coast lineup. It's much like Secret. All these defensive heroes, they open with Wyvern, Lich, Abaddon. Just straight up, yes, you're going to run at us. We don't care. Please do. And I just think that's the way you've got to strategize against this team.
And then they pick up a hero that tackles another sort of run-at-you concept, which is the Arc Warden and being able to protect towers with the bubble. But as you said, there is a lot of run-at-you for an Arc Warden game. I'm not convinced that is a good enough win condition.
However, there's an Oracle last pick, and I'm not sure. I know Stinger, it's one of his favorite heroes. I just don't know how much I believe in it.
Yeah. Offensively, it's quite nice here. We'll see whether or not defensively it's going to be able to save enough heroes in lane. They're going to be matched up against the Ember Spirit, so easy Flame Guard burns as well as the Lich.
Actually, that's a very good point. You know, we think about Lich out
Oh,
there, DY.
the sneaky Schofield play. What a beautiful block. That's going to be first blood for Stinger. Maybe a little damage on Eurus on the way out.
We talk a lot about how Lich Ember is this like unbelievably strong and counterable lane, but yeah, you could purge off both shields with a single Q. So definitely an answer here.
You're
really
going to be able to save people from chains, all that magic damage that comes out from Ember. You've got the save of the ultimate against Winter Wyvern's Curse or an Ember Spirit overcommitting to a kill.
Problem you're going to have is up top Yang. He's going to have effectively a free lane against Lelis once he gets enough levels. You get to a point as Bat Rider, you just can't be in this lane anymore. Stinger's already quite low. But
Yeah, he's going to have to start cutting some creep waves real soon.
up top, it's not looking good for him thus far. He's going to have a lot of CS coming to tower. The problem is you're feeding away full stick, so Abaddon just spam shield, 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 and you just take so much damage.
I believe Earthshaker went up there and Fisher blocked the enemy wave, so it would stack up and push in, and that would kind of guarantee Bat Rider gets at least level 2, if not 3. And then as it pushes back out again, I think you just pull as the Bat Rider into neutral creeps.
So far, so good. You know, we talked about tri-laning earlier in the day. Have not seen many of them, but here we even have a 3-on-3. I haven't seen this since 2017.
PYW, oh, the Fisher block. It wasn't actually a full block. There's a little bit of area that he was able to sneak around and survive. And thanks to Oracle not being able to get the kill, he even gets a little bit of heal. This matchup looks hard.
Yeah, he went for the nuke first build, but didn't do excellent on that initial wave.
Mm-hmm.
When you go nuke first, you want to get at least one CS with harass so that you can then potentially threaten a triple nuke. But instead, he's now fallen behind, and he needs a bottle when you go this way. But because he's behind, he has to go for another salve, another mango, which means that while he'll be able to maintain CS for now, he's not actually going to create any sort of lasting strength in the lane.
Right.
Very rough. Nice last hit,
that would
K1.
have been such a beautiful devour if K1 could have gotten it. Instead, the Satyr dies, and Vici Gaming pursuing for the kill. That last blast from the Winter Wyvern is just enough. DY secures it with his last hit. Stinger is probably going to be traded out here as well.
I like that.
2 kills for
Eurus goes for the chains because he recognizes Flame Guard's just a non-factor in this laning phase.
Yeah.
I think 1 point perhaps, so you can shove waves later and maybe even bait the Q, but for now it's the right choice. Top, as you can see, Abaddon just getting every single CS, mid lane, Ori also holding his own. And Yang, not only is he getting every CS, he has 6 creeps coming in under tower. Like, he's actually, this is the dream, right, for Vici here. Although he does miss 2 of them.
It's a little bit of CS, but he's closing in on phase boots build, so he can get this big increase in damage.
Yeah, this is the right move from Lelis. Just stop laning. Just start trading. This is what you want to do. Get those bots up ASAP.
A little bit surprised he doesn't try and farm the neutrals at the same time.
You don't have enough Flame Guard damage until level 5.
Okay. Not even the
Ori?
easy camp. Ori, he's stuck. He's going to be
Chris
maybe
Luck?
brought down by Chris Luck, but Chris Luck doesn't have another raise to throw.
3 mana short.
PYW shows up in time.
Did not do the math before they tried that kill. Excellent setup, man. Schofield's making all the right plays. Unfortunately, his team there has let him down a little bit, but that's also due to the total lack of stat items on the Shadow Fiend. He's relying on the mangoes, and unfortunately, he was all out.
So again, maybe that comes back to that first wave of CS, first 2 waves.
Dude, with mid-wave, especially in the one-on-ones, it almost always comes down to the first wave or 2. Because as soon as you win the first wave, that means your regen's coming out first, which means you can apply more pressure, which means you get more CS, etc., ad infinitum.
Can they save Stinger? Managed to get him a heal, but the last nuke, and eventually they're just going to find him in the jungle, bring him down. So they are losing all 3 lanes.
Correct.
This is just terrible. I mean, Batrider's going to walk away with fine farm, but ultimately Yang's still going to get more.
We need Schofield to have like this incredible game, because right now your 1 and your 3 provide like some single target lockdown, sure, but there's no real team fight initiation until the Blink Dagger comes online. Vici, you've got Ember Spirit, you've got all these different shields. This is the easiest game for Eurus to play in his life because he can just go so aggressive. Even if he were to get doomed, there's so many tools his teammates have to peel those enemies off of him until he's able to regain strength and rejoin the fight.
Stinger doesn't dodge the nuke there, and that nuke may actually spell Stinger's doom unless he can actually slow down Eurus, in which he does.
Doing a good job not double shielding, because that makes the Oracle Q incredible value. Instead, waiting with that Lich Shield and also putting the extra point in Nova, because, you know, no real reason to put more resources into abilities that can be dealt with.
Has he got a lot of stick charges? Oh, okay, he's got 9 stick charges. That explains it.
He's fine. He's only a level 3 Oracle. They know he's skilled the Fate's Edict as well because they just saw it, so he doesn't have that optimum damage for level 3.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Lelis again. There we go. We're going to get the pull off, and now he'll be able to farm jungle with it as well. Easy peasy.
Cut over to the Centaurs. PYW is going to try and take some of them here. Does take at least a small one. Does a little bit of harassment damage. But he's got to be careful. He can fly, but so can the Batrider. K1 at bottom lane. They're going to try and catch DY here with a Fisher to be able to block him off. But they are running out of damage because Hector's been forced back until he gets a bit of a save from Stinger. Approaches the Lich again, but the slow makes him a bit scared that Eurus is going to be able to chase him down. Eurus with the 3 levels of the Flame Guard.
Yep, they did a nice job though. So the aggression there, they saw that the Oracle Q was used on the Lich offensively, and then Ember just popped shield in 2-on-3. Doesn't even matter. They're still strong enough to actually find one, but it might even be a second kill in a moment. Nope.
Bit of a heal up.
Yeah, but this is still a 3-on-2 scenario that Vici's coming out ahead in, and this is not ideal. Now a Mango Tree for K1, that should be nice, but I like this from Yang. Just he actually leaves Wyvern the top lane, and he'll just run at Lelis now, no problem.
Not going to let him do these pulling shenanigans any longer. Lelis, his Firefly runs out. Yang is going to keep chasing him all the way back home. Lelis, you can throw Sticky Napalm behind you without having to turn around. But instead, he'll just TP back.
K1, this is just talk about out of your comfort zone. I know K1's got the same items queued up, but Doom is not a Wraith King nor a Bloodseeker. This is a very unique hero concept to play out of the safe lane. I think you've got to be a bit more active than he's been thus far, but only level 4. I don't really blame him. I'm not really sure what he's supposed to do to get involved.
Yeah, they're going to have to give him a decent amount of recovery time here.
Yeah.
He does have a steroid in farming with the Devour. Maybe he'll max that out from here just to try and catch up.
You're one of the best like free farm heroes in Dota because of that mechanic. And if you get out leveled, like you just start farming so much, especially when you get the Radiance up. But from behind, different story.
Fisher to chain stun, DY taking a lot of Scorched Earth damage, but the heal is also going off from the Purifying Flames, and that counteracts the damage over time from the Doom. His Stinger had maybe held on to that a little bit longer. He could have gotten the kill. Layla's going to be chased down by Yang, once again punishing the offlaner of Beastcoast, the stand-in.
Love it with the drums. Oh, bang. Ooh, Eurus.
A little bit of close call, and Eurus has overcommitted himself. He doesn't have the mana to be able to work with. 9 mana left until he can jump away, but that is enough because Beastcoast don't feel like they can chase him forever anyway.
Yep. It's like the play, though. He goes for the kill, but with only the 2 spirits. An inexperienced player, maybe he drops all 3 and ends up getting killed there. Like the maneuver. And I like what Yang has done as well. You just rush the drums. You're already the strongest hero on map. Don't go for something greedy or weird. Just get drums. Just easy stats. Allows you to chase down the Bat Rider, get more involved, and mobility does seem to be the name of the game thus far in the tournament. So
slow down. Chryslick does have the illusions, a great way to counteract the Q of the Arc Warden. But Layla still hasn't found a solution to Yang with those phase boots and soon to be drums.
I'm sure there is a solution.
I mean, can they? I don't know, because you can't swap lanes, because once again, Hector can't stand toe-to-toe with an over-leveled Yang.
Yep. It's the downside of tri-laning is that you look at the levels, it's 5 on the Doom, 3 and 4 on the supports, and they're just have no game. Yang has no ultimate, but he will elude that 3rd nuke and should be fine now.
Trying to hit him with the Enchant Totem, which would have gotten the stun off and maybe led into the Fissure, but DY stops him with a Sinister Gaze. He's going to turn around and Fissure DY instead with Layla's. With the Boots of Travel, will help you be able to run down one hero, Yang.
Tram's paying off already.
He does have his ultimate up 20 seconds, so Layla certainly could have gotten the kill if he had closed that distance for the lasso, but a bit too fast. 2-7, 2,000 net worth lead for Vici Gaming. Once again, have a great laning phase, and once again, K1 Hector under assault, early standing with the tornado.
Man, not sure.
I would report Hector on the spot if I was in that pub game. What the hell?
I think he was probably dead, but
yeah,
not dead enough to just sit there channeling tornado. I don't think that did as much damage as he thought it did. And now it's an easy rotate towards the catapult wave with this Abaddon.
Laylas, he should live through that no problem, but the bigger problem is he's been pushed away from his mid-tier 1 tower, and Arc Warden has taken your mid-tower at 11 minutes in, and that is really scary because this hero takes advantage of Lost Towers very nicely, much like a Naga Siren or any big split pusher.
And the whole team does, to be honest. You've now got Arc Warden that can shove lanes freely. You're going to go straight towards bottom with the Abaddon, so you'll probably take that tier 1 as well because there's just no way Beastcoast teamfight you right now. You'll have an Ember Spirit and Arc Warden shoving lanes constantly with 2 defensive supports. And Wyvern, arguably the best lane pusher in Dota from the support position. It also has the luxury of being able to fly away, though right here I don't think that'll save him.
Well, Winter's Curse does buy him a little bit of time. He tries to walk back into it, daring Schofield to run into that radius. They're going to keep on that stun with the Fissure, but PYW is very tanky, 1,100 HP. Nice save there from Stinger. And Fate's Edict blocking the damage on a Schofield. What's the Arc Warden Q called again?
Flux?
Spark Wraith. No, Spark Wraith is the E. Flux, thank you. That's another thing you can remove with the Dispel of Oracle.
Yep. I just fear for him because it's like, yeah, it deals with the single target stuff, but it doesn't really offer much team fighting. And
yeah,
you're sure you could save someone if the SF gets gone on as an example, but there's no one that's really that turret of damage.
Oh, that would have been a really good kill if they could have gotten him, but Lilas is here by himself. It's actually Vici Gaming, or here in mass, 3 heroes to be able to bring him down. At the same time, PYW does get caught at top, and maybe that can allow Beastcoast to take that top lane tower. Well, we'll see.
Dude.
I mean, Vici Gaming could rotate if they wanted to, honestly.
PYW, he gives his life, but he keeps the tower alive for another 2 to 3 minutes. Definitely worth when you consider that bottom lane, not only did Yang get the tier 1 already, but now he's got a wave at the tier 2. You're going to force rotations down. And the Arc Ward and Ember Spirit still just continuing to farm up.
Well, if they don't force rotations, Yang will take that tower very quickly. Maxed out Curse. It's no laughing matter for a hero that can really just keep hitting the tower even as heroes rotate, because he knows he's got that ultimate. Laylas standing behind him, cut some creeps, hoping to be able to bring up that backdoor protection on the tier 2. Because Beastcoast really do not want to go bottom, it seems, with any of their important cores. SF wants to stick it out in the top lane so he can continue to farm some neutrals.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's all about comfort zone. Right now, Vici, they're playing the same Dota they've been playing all day. Beast Coast, not necessarily lost, but again, I look at Hector's net worth. When I see him on top of the charts, I know they got a shot. Whenever he's not in first, I'm worried, especially when he gets all the way down to 5th. Chris Luck has the Yules. He's trying to go for that more playmaker SF style, but it's just so difficult. What target? You can't kill an Ember Spirit, can't kill the Abaddon, and Yang is actually just... Hello,
Chris Luck, wake up! Wake up!
Hello?
Okay, Yules and TP away. Guess he really wanted that golem, huh?
I think he was shopping at the time. I gotta imagine he did not...
I thought Chris Luck was going to make a Hector
Oh,
move.
no. Lelis, you're shopping too.
He did. Well, he's not going to be picking up that Blink Dagger while he's shopping, because he is still 700 gold short. Pipe is almost done for Yang. That'll cancel out a lot of the Beast Coast damage. There's just lots and lots of magic in the first 25 minutes. Even more so, actually, when K1 Hector is going for this Radiance build. So they're going to find it very difficult to bring down heroes quickly.
And he's certainly farming, though, considering how poor the start was. This Doom already closing in on the Relic. I just don't know how you team fight.
What's our Arc Warden's build, by the way? He did not go greedy at all. No Midas and no boots of travel and no hope to survive through that combo from Beast Coast. Big kill, 469 gold. Unfortunately goes to the 5 position of Stinger, but it's still a worthy kill, worth Beast Coast's invasion into the jungle there. Schofield gets away.
I really like that smoke maneuver. You see that your top tower is being pushed. You don't have team fight, as we discussed, so you're not going to go defend it. Instead, you smoke directly away from it, and you find Arc Warden wandering up a high ground. It's really nice play, making the best out of a bad situation. You don't want to just let objectives die for naught.
Beast Coast does always seem to have a strong understanding when their lanes go bad, what objectives to give up in return for farming or making a move like that smoke. They never challenge you directly.
Yeah, I also think that's just the mark of like the better teams, is the ones that don't like give away the game because they're a little behind.
Oh, that'd be a nice Fisher block if you can get it. But Schofield don't got it.
Yeah. It's not like poker. It's not about maximizing your wins, but minimizing your losses. This could be a much larger advantage. If it's like 6, 7K, you're like, oh, well, this one's over. But because it's in the ballpark, you're going to have a Radiance on K1. Eventually, he'll climb to the top of the net worth.
Dig,
and maybe you win a good fight with Doom and Lasso.
Dig. K1 Hector, I'm not shocked, by the way, that he doesn't level Doom. But why are you not digging? That's a bounty room,
He just
baby.
dug it. He was waiting for the pseudo RNG to kick in.
I guess so. Wait, what? K1 Hector? He's going to be good.
Look at all the lanes, though. Both bottom and mid pushing into the tier 2.
But yeah, I mean, this is literally Hector to a T. It's just, you're not going to level Doom because you're not going to fight.
Yeah.
You're only farming, baby. You got to max out Devour and Scorched Earth. That way you can farm neutrals faster.
Oh, Chris Luck's in some big trouble here.
Yeah, they could Winter's Curse him to slow him down if they want to, but instead they're going to turn it over to Stinger. They're going to play on this high ground before they overcommit. Stinger trying to deal with the ward. Looks like it was tempted to deny by the Lich. Stinger, run away. He does still have his ultimate. He's going to have to pop it before he gets silenced here, but Yang is just going to stick on top of him, and he has no way to prevent the magic damage either with face hitting still on cooldown, but the Winter Wyvern getting picked off. into the ultimate of the SF. Can they still win this fight? Yang, they certainly can't go for him. Chris Luck managed to dodge that jump in remnant from Eurus and blinks himself away.
Wow.
He gets out, nicely played. The two supports out dying. Schofield, he's going to get return kill to Cinderscape, pulls him back into Yang quite easily. And Eurus, well, he's actually out of remnants, I
the man
believe.
fight.
Yang, Jesus. He thinks he can take Hector in a man fight, and I think he's right. But he can't take both of them. He can't take 3 heroes. He's got to get out of here. He's going to turn, try and go for Chris Luck because he knows he's committed. He actually gets the kill. Chris Luck, what? You got 3 heroes, dog. Just kite him around.
Man, I will say, though, I love watching this Beastcoast team play. They just fight.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah.
K1, he knows he Yang slid his ult up. I'm like, he's going to sit still. The camera pans away, comes back. What do you know? Doom's still standing still, just trading right clicks. Gotta love it.
Yeah, it's a better strategy for a Doom with maxed out Devour than an SF.
He's not skilling Doom.
He doesn't want it, dog. He doesn't want it.
I don't need it. You got pipe on Yang now, so the team fight for Vici's getting stronger. You're going to have Deso soon.
I mean, he's got Radiance. Now's the time to fight. Surely you're going to level up Doom at 12, right?
No.
There's no way you go Infernal Blade max before
Yeah, you do.
level
I mean,
Doom,
if
right?
you get the second point, you might as well max it.
Yes.
Doom sucks.
Okay. Well, they got a Vlads, they got a Roshan, Aegis for Eurus with the double damage. He's going to be diving into these heroes. No false promise or nothing to be able to save this Oracle, sadly. So he's going to be dying. Oh, Fisher block. That buys a little bit of time. K1 Hector pulled back by the Sinister Gaze. He's got to get out, but the Chain Frost is going to do so much damage underneath the creep wave.
Guys.
Picked up the Radiance and died immediately.
I was going to say, the save a buddy syndrome is real, and this is both Beastcoast's greatest strength and weakness. They're always willing to fight together. They love to play around each other, but when it's going poorly, it ends up much, much worse. And now 7K down, but more importantly, Vici's entering enemy high ground. Nice double nuke with the Fisher. Schofield does have Blink, no dunk for 10. Maybe that'll be enough to turn it around, but this tower is falling so fast.
Vici Gaming not going to be able to take the tier 3 this early. We're going to be backing up to try and get the 20-minute bounty runes. DY saved for a moment. Lelis has to recommit. Does manage to pick up the bounty rune on his way in. Winter's Curse, but there's no follow-up. But PYW hits like a truck. He's got a maelstrom. Ooh,
Wow.
What? He does so much damage with his level 10 talent and a maelstrom. PYW's trying to turn into a core.
I mean, he's doing a pretty good impression of one. I like the choice too, because they only really have Arc Warden as one right clicker. You want some more synergy with the Abaddon, and now their team can just kind of play themselves. Ember Abaddon get deep, the clone goes in, and Wyvern can just pump in damage from the downside, and there we go. 2 points in Doom.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, there's 3 enemy heroes all in top place of the net worth, and the smoke's gonna pop.
And tried to go for an Echo Slam jump, but instead is only going to be found by the Tempest double. Eurus, oh, okay, they do manage to get the Yules into the SF ultimate. Triple raise on out, or he's still alive. He turns around and kills both of them.
Oh, look, if he got the dunk off, that almost certainly would have been a kill, but unfortunately.
Stinger, he's probably going to get caught here as well. He does have his ultimate, but it's a long way back to base. And if he does use it, it just means he's going to have it off cooldown for a long time. I don't think they're going to survive. We'll see. Maybe Lelis can bump them off of Stinger's ass, but he's just not going to heal enough. He's stuck.
That's a tower.
That is indeed going to be at least a tower. Vici Gaming may just keep going after all. They've got plenty of room to maneuver. They've got the Doom silenced up. Eurus taking a lot of damage, but if they can actually finish off the Doom, it'll be well worth it for an Aegis. Winter's Curse on the side. Locked down. Can they actually bring down this Bat Rider? They'll be able to get the silence to the slowdown. The 2 slows onto the Bat Rider. Make short work of it. Oh, Schofield, he's going to find the opening. The 3-man Echo Slam. He's going to be able to jump in, but there's just not quite enough damage. Chris Luck needs to be able to hit some races, but DY, look into my eyes. He pulls him back in, does manage to get the kill, but Yule Scepter onto himself. The Spark Wraith instantly gets that kill. The Oracle is still alive somehow throughout all of this, but eventually he's going to be dying. Mass buybacks coming out from Beastcoast. Yang gets him with the Mistcoil. Jump back in. Chris Luck, 1, 2, 3, but 2 swing and misses there. They just die back to back to back as Chris Luck and the rest of the boys are out of buybacks now. The mid lane of Barracks is going to fall, and Vici Gaming They go for 2. They go for tier 4s. I don't know, because they've got 60 seconds until Chris Luck is alive again.
Ori wasn't even there for the first 20 seconds of the fight, shows up, immediately claims an ultra kill. Like, there's just no way to fight. You can see Beastcoast, that's a great initiation from Schofield. Chris Luck didn't have the ability to get the ulti off, but like, there's just too much. They're too tanky, and there's too much threat. Beastcoast have no real way of engaging, and again, their team fight's just not there.
Eurus saying, sit the hell down, Beast Coast. I want to end this game right now. Picks up a Desolator. Helps their pushing power a little bit more. 30 seconds till Chris Luck is back up. But Beast Coast can't even approach, man. Hector, he's completely neutered. He cannot step to 1 Arc Warden, let alone 2. It's Vici Gaming.
Okay.
Affirmative.
It's not looking good, Cap.
No, I would say that is some expert analysis. 19K gold lead for Vici Gaming. 2 lanes of barracks up by 23 minutes.
And I know it's worked in the past, but I'm not sure. Oh.
Okay, jump in. Schofield, 2-man stun with the enchant on Winter's Curse to be able to reset onto the Doom. And Vici Gaming, just look at the swarm of heroes on top of them. That's going to be 3 dead almost instantly from Beast Coast. Only the Doom survives for a while because of Stinger's help. But Stinger, he says this game is indeed over. GG is the call.
I know he's good at it, but I'm not sure you can just pick strength heroes, put them in the safe lane, and buy Phase Boots, Glove of Face Radiance. I think there might need to be a little more there.
Yeah. It's a formula that worked for TI. But
this is the formula. We saw Secret do it, we saw Vici do it. If you want to beat Beast Coast, draft good lanes, push out waves, and have team fight and combo breakers. We saw Mag Tree from Secret. Here we've got a Wyvern and a Lich. It's just...
Is it hubris, Kyle? Is it Beast Coast taking the glory of TI and just not building on that?
They're just not innovating. They mastered something. They're quite good at it. But at this point, everybody's solved it. You got to come up with something a little new. At this point, it just feels like there's a script to beating them, and we've already gone through 4 of the movies. I don't know. I need somebody better.
5th movie is going to be featured in the lower bracket best of 1. That's where we're going to see Beast Coast. But for now, let's turn it back over to our panel.
Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna start by talking about those lanes, analyzing that game 2 of the series. I mean, it is the final. What's the final game? Vici Gaming upper bracket, Beast Coast lower bracket. But let's start with the lanes, because previous game, the first game of the series, we saw 2 lanes, 1 out of 3 for Beast Coast. They did pretty decent there. This time around, they didn't win a single lane.
No, they just... That game is just—it's very hard to analyze because everything went wrong for Beast Coast. That wasn't their fault, and a lot of it was their fault as well. The lanes, we will go with that. I thought Shadow Fiend would do better versus Arc Warden. I talked with Fogged a little bit about it, and he convinced me Arc Warden is better. So, and I also think obviously Ori is,
I think that might be the X factor. If anything, it might be more even, but I think Ori just.
Yeah. I think he, as you said, like once you get level 6, obviously, Arc Warden will just dumpster. But I thought level 4 or 5 might be good for Shadow Fiend, and that didn't happen. And then you try lane bottom, and you get bodied versus a duo lane. That's the biggest thing. Like, I don't know, this Oracle Earthshaker, where's your damage from your supports? Like, in laning phase, nothing.
And he went for the Fate's Edict at 3. So then you actually have no damage when you go for them because you don't have the 2 points. And they missed, I think I saw 2, at least I saw they missed a couple kills because of it. But at the same time, too, it's just like, oh, Hector. I mean, you're picking this first pick Doom. I understand all that.
His name's Doom!
His name's Doom! You don't have Doom. He's level 11. Thank you,
I mean, I can sympathize with this. This is, I'm pretty qualified in this area. I have tried the Doomless Doom many times before in pub, and it's very, there's sort of this thrill, this rush to it. Because every time you level up, you're like, I wonder if my teammates will notice that I didn't skill Doom. And you see how far you can go until eventually everyone starts pinging on you. You're like, what the hell is this guy doing? He's not got Doom level. And then you're like, oh, okay. And, Hector had he got to level 12 until his team really sort of got onto it. And
until they were in
the
base.
This is over. This is over. Our Doom is not skilling his ultimate. But I can understand ways, because it doesn't feel good to skill Doom.
What?
You don't,
it feels amazing.
You don't want to have that extra,
I don't
but
know.
you want to be running
guy
at
goes
people,
4 Ags, 4
infernal
Battle Furies.
blading them.
You know.
You don't want to have to bother with this long cast time. It gets in the way. It ruins your flow. It ruins sort of your swag. You know, Hector, he is sort of the king of swag. He don't want to mess around with this stupid ultimate ability.
Called Doom that just nullifies an enemy hero for the duration.
Isn't it like gold?
Hasn't that ability been nerfed in the past?
It has.
Exactly. Why would you level up a nerfed ability?
So why pick the hero at all then?
Yeah.
Because you look pretty badass. It's just a big hellbringer.
Hey, do you think he looked pretty badass in that game? Paul?
looked pretty
when-
bad.
You know what? You remember that moment at like the 4.5 minute mark when he was hitting those mud golems in the jungle? Like he looked like a.
And we are.
To be honest, he looked
No,
pretty
seriously.
bad, and he
It
looked
did.
pretty ass, but not the combination of both.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and we are we are because you picked Doom and you legitimately
First picked.
did not skill it until level 12. So not only that, you don't even have level 2 Doom at level 12. I would be curious to talk to him about it.
Yeah.
I really would, but I can't see a world where that's okay.
No, and the thing is too is like Schofield. Kyle said it too. Schofield was making the right moves. Like he went bottom, got a pretty good fissure block. He goes mid, got a great fissure block. They didn't have the mana for the raise combo, so they missed the kill. So I thought Schofield actually
He did.
played the game pretty damn well overall for them, but I think the rest of them didn't really step up to it. Lelis, he just played like a trade farm game versus an Abaddon, not much else he can do there. And then he couldn't run into the 5-man because they didn't have team fight.
Yeah.
They had no team fight versus a heavy team fight lineup of Vici.
And we're criticizing Beastcoast quite heavily because we had better
are.
expectations from them, especially after that first game of the series. But at the same time, Vici Gaming played this one clean. They had
they
and
did.
they had fun with it as well, with the Maelstrom coming out for PYW. I think he especially had some extra joy with that.
Yep.
It was a good game from them.
No, they did, and I thought they controlled. Even though Lelis was doing good, he had his levels, he had his farm, he was cutting creep waves. I love what they did, where they just left the support up top, and then the ABBA just ran at Lelis because they were the same level. And he's like, "Wait, my support can't farm while they're tri-laning bottom, and I can just run at this dude, and he can't do anything." I thought it was amazing play from the ABBA.
Yeah, agreed. Good item build too. He went wet phase drum,
Yep.
pipe, and then he just held his ground in the middle of the fight. We saw the 3v1 for that 1 second or whatever.
Yep.
Chris Luck just kind of fed a little bit there, but yeah, Yang owned, and overall Vici look real hot and really clean.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing. We keep coming back to it. It very well could just be a BO fight between Secret and Vici. They do look really. They both still look really, really good. So who knows? Like, it was a very, very tough group,
It was a very tough group.
and
so
it's over now.
It is for Group B. It's over now. We are actually the first group to finish. So normally at this point, we would first of all we would show you the MVP. That's what we would do
Ooh,
first.
MVP.
Oh, come on,
Who is
Hector.
Yeah, this one. I actually think this one's okay. Like, I don't even think it's like an overflame.
I mean, he is the
yeah.
MVP for Vici this game.
Yep. Yang PYW. I'm okay with that. DY0. Come on, give the man 1%.
Give them some love.
Yeah. Ori as well. If we had to pick a Vici gaming player, I would probably have gone with Yang or Ori.
I would have gone with Yang, yeah.
Yeah. So I agree
think
with that.
just like him, he did such a good
Yeah.
job top, and then he just, like you said, he chased around. It must have been him or someone. Just,
Yeah.
he probably him being like, hey, I'm just gonna chase this bat.
Go sit up top, Wyvern, get your level 6 much quicker. It worked out.
Yeah, it really did. They left him by himself, of course, with the aggressive tri-lane coming out. Yeah, it was just a very clean game from Vici Gaming. So promising, and they are making it to the upper bracket. And as said, normally around this time we would show you the bracket. But because we're the first group that's done, we can, it's just 4 teams that are seeded into it.
I've got a question.
We can show some of it, just to give you an idea of what a gigantic bracket we will see. Oh yeah, because we also have already some teams, of course, in the lower bracket, some teams in the upper bracket.
And I was
guaranteed.
right. Secret will be played on the first day.
Secret will be played on the first day. Enigma will as well. Their opponents, of course, are yet to be decided. We do not see where
Where's Beastcoast?
Beastcoast is going to get seeded into. Nor
They're
do we see
already
where
losers.
Vici
I was going to
is
say,
gonna-
that Doom build was so bad, they've just out the competition.
No, it should be. Wait, they
No,
were in
who are they
Group
playing
B.
against?
We don't know what the matchups are, if it's A, B,
Oh my God, I
C,
believe
D.
it's
I
going to
think
be
I heard
against Pain.
I heard it was A versus D and B versus C.
Did you
So,
actually? Or?
yes. I did. I
I
think
can't.
that's
I
right.
can't. I can't
No,
tell. which
I
one.
think I did hear
But
that.
then
So,
they would be
so what
up
would that
against
mean?
T and C, right? Because that's A.
Oh.
Dude, the
God.
thing, I don't think that's that bad a matchup
Actually, yeah,
for
because TNC's
Beastcoast.
been not doing too great.
No,
right?
I think
So-
Beastcoast would be favored in that, honestly.
If that,
I really do.
if that is the match, I think it is.
It's also cool to see that. Like, you look at that upper bracket, and you're like, what year is this?
Yes.
IG and Navi are up in the upper
Yeah.
bracket.
Ooh, and if,
like,
if it is
it's hype.
if it is A versus B, then
I
it's
know A
Nick-
versus D.
A versus D.
That's what I
Oh.
think it is. Yeah.
Well, who is versus B then? Because then it's not
B
T and
versus
C.
C.
B versus C.
Well, yeah, well, there's only 4 groups, right?
Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
What the hell
who
is
just
going
lost?
on here?
VP.
I think so. I
Then
think
it would
that's
be
what it is.
Beastcoast VP.
Oh, okay.
And it would also be...
I would favor Beastcoast.
I think so.
that too.
VP's been looking pretty shaky, so
Yeah, that's actually not bad
it's
for Beastcoast if
not
it is
bad
the
for
case.
Beastcoast. I'd
They
favour
started in the
them.
losers bracket last major, right? And won 2 series and ended up losing, right? I believe.
Beastcoast?
They got a few
Yeah.
series in,
Yeah,
didn't
they ended up losing against IG in a series that they should have won.
Oh, they didn't. They played
Oh,
really good
yeah.
before that. They had a crazy lose bracket run,
Yeah.
and then they kind of got stopped by IG, kind of got stopped by themselves, which in this last game, if they just work out the demons inside, they will do great.
The demons inside.
Is that Shadow Fiend and Doom? Is that
Yeah,
what you're
they gotta
talking
get
about?
him
I
out.
got
Just
it.
get him. Don't pick him again. That's what I
those,
meant.
Got it.
And that means if on Stream D right now, EG versus Liquid going into a game number
Yes,
3 right
I
in the
know,
draft
and
right
right
now.
there.
That's going to be a big one.
And it's going to be GG for EG.
Oh, yeah, EG
They
won.
got Slark Disrupt, team that could have opened with Treant, less Shraks. I'd take the Slark Disrupt to draft any day of the week, to be honest.
Just like that.
I would.
Game over.
Would you not?
Night Vision
I'll
Slark
turn
is
the
really
you
good
TV
take?
off.
disruptor.
Which
It's
would you
over.
take? I'd rather.
There's a lot more heroes to be picked.
Sure,
but I would
but
definitely
which
favor
would you
EGs.
open with? Yeah. You rather open.
And then
with
Reality
Slark.
Rift has moved on to the decider match.
Yes.
Shout out to them beating a VP. So Reality Rift, they won a first game in their first series against a team people thought they shouldn't beat, and then they end up beating VP. So honestly, big shout outs to them.
Yep, and they're in the deciding match right now. The first game is going on. That is, of course, on DreamLeague 3.
I think they're going to win this game as well, Reality Rift.
It looks fairly
They've got
even
a
still.
very good Void, Invoker, Skywrath Mage. That looks pretty damn good to me.
Good ways to set up
Yeah.
Sunstrike kills. Good ways to set up kills
Alright.
around the map with both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
They
looks
did
nice.
just win a big fight, so that's nice.
So for that, okay,
This
that one's
one
over.
has a Fnatic versus Aster. It's the first game of the best of 3.
It's a beat
And
down.
That's
it is
gonna be
also the
Fnatic,
decider
yeah.
match. We had this is a rematch, right? This is one of the only rematches I believe we've had.
I lied. Necro and AM are both dead.
Nah, Fnatic will
Aster's
still
got
win
it.
that game.
In
Fnatic will
the
win that
yesterday,
game.
this series was a 2-0 in favor of Fnatic.
Pretty decisive, too.
Yes.
Fnatic beat them down pretty hard. This game, I mean, it definitely is Fnatic favorite still, but they're killing a lot of heroes on Dart. So if you want to check that out, that one is on number 2.
Yes, DreamLeague 2 by Zayorian Trent.
Yep. So still at least an hour to 2 hours of Dota left.
Lots of
Maybe
Dota
even more for Group C because
Yes.
they are a little behind because they had
Yeah.
a big 79-minute IG game, which I would suggest going back to watch if you have time. Maybe,
Tomorrow.
something. Yeah, tomorrow.
And
We
I
have
want to.
time tomorrow.
I want to get a chance to. I mean, I'm going to go back and watch whatever the hell happened in that IG game where Emo was double the net worth of the next
Yeah.
hero in the game. He was 50,000
As a
net worth, and then
Storm
it was a
Spirit.
Spectre 25,000. Like I don't know how. What the hell
What was he
happened there.
playing?
He was Storm.
Yeah. His normal.
And he had like
King.
it was like 47,000 to 27,000, but that's pretty much double. It's
Still
that's
pretty
a
good.
lot. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, but all of that, I mean, that you're gonna do that probably after all the games are done today because there's so much more Dota to watch. Make sure you check that out. I mean, I believe we are in squad mode, and otherwise you can just open a different stream. And yeah, once more. Thank you for our sponsors, for Mercedes, Corsair, Monster Energy, and Ray Gaming. Really awesome. Tomorrow, there's a break day. Yay!
No.
Or no? Well, it's yay for us
Dota.
because
Dota.
it's
Sorry,
it's yay for us because we are actually going to go to the event. We're here in Stockholm right now. We're going to go to Leipzig to make sure that we're there for that. And it is a sad phase for you guys because you don't have anything to watch. Apart from the replays that you missed. You missed probably a lot.
You did.
So, yeah, and I did just see the graph just there. It does look like Aster is making a comeback. So that's also a very exciting game. But I believe that's it. The show continues on the Tuesday. And we're going to start with 2 upper bracket matches. We're going to have some lower bracket matches. Elimination. First elimination match is best of 1. Very scary.
Oh, yeah.
So what's going to happen is we're going to have 3 days of games in Leipzig where you cannot join us for watching it. But the 3 last days, you can join us in the arena. There's still some tickets for sale. Make sure to get them while they're hot. Are they hot?
Oh, they're hot.
They're hot.
Have you ever wanted to just go to an event and be like that guy who just like yells baby rage at Arteezy or something? Now you freaking can.
I don't think you should do that.
Now
That's
you
real
can
mean.
get a ticket.
Bring your baby.
Yeah, and just have Arteezy
Don't
bless
bring
it,
your-
Yes.
and then say baby rage.
We
Like,
did have somebody bring their baby.
Yeah, I
Remember in
know.
Singapore?
Yeah, I
they were
do.
trying to
Bring your
catch the
baby.
tree. Or catch the
that's true.
t-shirts.
With the that were shot out with the t-shirt gun. That was terrifying.
They're
by
using
the way.
their baby. They're using their baby to catch them, but don't advise that either. Obviously.
But yeah, you should definitely show up to the event. You will see most of your favorite players as long as they
Yeah.
made it to the event.
You get to see them. You
And
get to touch them.
otherwise,
Get
you
to
can
sniff them.
see them too.
Oh, it's easy. Yeah.
Why is it always coming down to Arteezy?
I mean,
I
we
thought
did it
they-
out of all
I
the
might
people we do
smell
want to
his hair.
sniff.
Yeah, I smell his
I'd
hair.
say
It's good,
Arteezy.
it's good.
But he's
And-
got that Canadian glow, you know.
To be honest, he still has to make it out of the group first.
Well,
of all.
he's going to be
you're-
there
I
either
mean,
way,
and
right?
then he has to make it through the low bracket. If he loses here,
Ooh.
Oh.
then he is in the best
Then
of
he's not-
ones.
Oh, yeah, he's got to make it to the last
And
3 days.
EG
see what I mean?
traditionally have like a warm-up game needed for any tournament that they play, and if
True.
their warm-up game is the
True.
best of one elimination, well, that's a yikes.
Could be over.
Yeah, but as I said, they're going to win this series.
I mean, it do look like they're winning this
What we
series.
got? Oh, Venom.
I mean, what's the ancient?
Yeah, Liquid's picked AA. You said that's pretty bad hero, right? You don't like AA.
Good for Select though.
No, okay, now he's
Oh,
going
okay,
back on it.
going back on it.
Overall, it's not. It's you need a lot of stuns and disables with it because it's a lot of time like your 5.
Okay,
They
so
have
Tree
disables.
AA. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have a Void now too, so
Yeah.
I think it makes it a lot
Void,
better.
terrible hero.
Well,
Apart from this game.
I
It's good
will-
hero because it's got Scarf and Invoker, but this game is terrible.
I will one final time apologize for choosing the wrong group, by the way.
You shouldn't. It was still good games.
Yeah,
and
It
we
is
got it
my
again.
fault.
And we probably did see two of the very, two
Best
teams that are
teams.
going to get to the top.
Yeah,
right?
but-
Secret Vici, they're going to be there. One of those
We
teams at
could
least
have
will
had
probably be
so
there on the
much
final
more
day.
Dota.
Yeah. Well, we still
We
do.
still do. We
Yeah.
just get to watch
We're
it
just
and
gonna chill
enjoy
and
it
watch it.
instead with the fans.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go in Twitch and I'm gonna watch it with the fans.
What are we going to type?
Which
what
one?
what emote's hot at the moment?
I think Poggies.
Poggy. Oh,
Poggies.
nah.
No, because
Oh, no.
what you don't like it? What are you
I
gonna?
like the Poggy.
What are you
I'm
gonna
just a
hit?
Pog. I'm just a Pog.
I'm sort of with the mainstream. I'm a fan of the Keck W. I know it's been around for a bit.
What?
That's a bit. That's a
Yikes.
bit
Rather
much.
mainstream.
Oh,
I know
don't
it's, I know
yikes.
That's
it's
a bit
mainstream.
old.
Not as well as
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair.
But yeah.
Which are you gonna watch that one then?
Yeah.
The EG series.
I'm watching.
No.
I'll watch the EG Liquid because that's going to have the most memes. Right?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
going to be where the chat
I
is
don't
going
really
in
like
on the play.
none of those teams. I
And
don't
it is also the only fresh one. The rest is already going on. You know, you want to watch a game from the
Yeah, I
start.
wanna
It's
watch from
like
the start.
you don't skip the first half of a movie either when you're watching a movie. So you
No,
don't
it's
skip
true.
the first half
Well,
of
it depends
the
what type
game.
of movie it is. But on that note,
Please, Cheever, on that note. On that note.
Right. Well, not on that though, but thank you for tuning in. Yay, it has been great here providing coverage for Group B. We'll be happy to provide more coverage for you for not groups, but for the actual playoffs coming Tuesday. Make sure you tune in then. It's this channel, so make sure you follow, like, and subscribe and all those jazzes so that you see when we go live. And in the meantime, enjoy some of the Dota that is still going on right now. It is DreamLeague 2, DreamLeague 3, and DreamLeague 4 for more DreamLeague Season 13 group stage action. So go out and watch those games. And we'll
don't
see
go
you.
out. Stay in.
Go and watch those games. And we'll see you next time.
Outside is scary.